personal favorite by Nickelback, Rockstar. Got really nice open chords, G's, C's, F's, nice rhythm pattern. With a nice offbeat twist from the F to the C in the third line. So before we get going, we're going to make sure you got the PDF on a screen or print it out in front of you so we can use it as a reference when we're going through the video. And we're going to look at the basic chord voicings for those that are still new and maybe just need to quickly revise the basics. We're starting with the G chord, finger 1 on the 2nd fret, 5th string, middle finger to the top, 6th string, 3rd fret, and fingers 3 and 4 there are on strings 2 and 1 at the bottom, 3rd fret, 2nd string, 1st string, and I like playing my G like this. For those that learned your G with only the ring finger at the bottom, that's also acceptable. That's just my personal favorite, but I'm not too stressed about that. C chord, finger 1 on the 2nd string, finger 2 on the 4th string, finger 3 on the 5th string in frets 1, 2, and 3 accordingly. And then the F chord, very important chord, first finger goes flat, so you can hear both strings. That's good. Not so good. Okay, so please make sure that this first finger is pulling back, or fingers 2 and 3 are bent nice and round. You can see from the different angle there that fingers 2 and 3 are bending really accurately, and we're strumming 4 strings. Now later we're going to look at, with a bridge, a B flat chord. We're going to look at different ways to play it. We're going to look at E flat and why that's a really sucky way to play E flat, and we're going to show you another way. But let's look at the chorus first of all, sorry, the verse, my bad, and let's look at the strumming pattern to get us started. On the PDF, your opening chord is a G chord, G at the top, fingers 3 and 4 like I mentioned earlier, and your rhythm should sound something like this. Now let's break that up into small parts. If you were to count it out loud, you'd be strumming on the 1 and the 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Notice my hand keeps moving, so I'm developing a rhythm with my strumming hand. It doesn't pause, so this will be bad. You can see it was very sort of almost robotic, it was very sticky. So relax your hand nice and sort of chill. Now after you've done those 2 strums on the count of 1 and 2 and 3, you're going to have an offbeat or an upbeat on the and after the 4 or before the 1, and another upbeat on the and after the 1 before the 2, and on the 2 you're going to go down. So slow motion, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Or you could also see it like this, although it's not a good way to count, but it does actually help. Down, down, up, down, down. And then before you finish off the bar, you add in an extra quick down up. So let's play through with me. Make sure that your hand is synchronized with my movement. In other words, when I strum down, you strumming down. When I strum up, you strum up. Are we ready for this? 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Then you change to C. And here comes that quick change from the F to the C. And it's going to be something like this. And what we're doing there is we're strumming twice down on the F, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And on the and, you've changed to C, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. And on the offbeat there, we're on the C chord. One more time with me, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And you've got the offbeat there. 2 up strums followed by a down, and your F and C will sound like this, 3 and 4 and then you get back to G. Now before we go to the bridge and look at B flats, I want you and I to play together one verse the whole way through. Are we ready? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 and repeat that for the verses. Now, next up, you need to go back to your chord hand again, and we're going to look at the B flat we spoke about. So let's review, or should I say rather refocus. Okay, B flat, finger 1, fret 1, string 1, and then finger 2, 3, and 4 must all be on in the 3rd fret on string 4, string 3, string 2. And I find personally over here at my 4th finger is really cramped. It battles to get behind the fret there. So although some guitarists really like this B flat, probably the majority, this is not my favorite. But if you do like it, only strum the bottom 4. That's my B flat. Now I don't like that. And what I'm going to show you, some students love it and some don't. So whichever B flat you like, that's cool. Your other voicing or way to play B flat is finger 1 on the 5th string, 2nd from the top, 1st fret. Then watch my pinky, change angle, and watch him do a bit of a twist or a bit of a flick. It's on the string there, watch this. It's almost like a light switch. Switched off, switched on. From a different angle, switched off, switched on. So what's happening here is my pinky, or you can use your ring finger, is flat across strings 4, 3, and 2. And I've actually got the B flat bass note here. So I'm playing strings 5, 4, 3, 2. I like this B flat. Simple as that. So when you get to the bridge and he sings, I'm going to trade this life for fortune and fame, you're going to go 2 and 3 and 4 and next to the C, you'll notice in red italics on your PDF it says strum once and let ring. So I'm going to take now one of the verses, the very last verse, or the verse progression rather, and I'm going to switch from there to the bridge. And I want you to try and play through with me, and we'll get your strumming hand into the picture too. Got your G chord to get started off with. Going to do a verse like we said, and then change to the B flat. Like I said, I'm happy with this. I like that one. And we're going to stop on the C. Here's your verse. 2 and 3 and 4 and... 2 and 3 and 4, and then you're onto your chorus, because you always want to be big rock stars. And that chord's going to have an E flat, which is a very important chord. It's going to pop up quite a bit, but it's not necessarily going to be your favorite for the first few times. Let's focus on our fretting hand. Now on the diagram, what I've done is I put my first finger flat across all 6 strings on the 3rd fret. So it's a bar chord. You can see there, finger is going flat. Thumb is a lot more lower behind the neck. Middle finger goes to the 2nd string from the bottom. Ring finger goes to the 4th, and the pinky goes to the 5th. And you strum the bottom 5 strings, so your E flat. And they refer to this as a C-shaped bar chord, because if I slide this shape back, so it eventually gets off the neck, there's my C chord. There you go. There's C, C into the bar chord shape, but we'll do bar chords in more depth later. Now, some books show E flat like this, which is right. I just don't like it. It's very, very difficult. I find the stretch is quite a mission. Finger 1, string 4 on the 1st fret. Fingers 2 and 3 on strings 3 and 1 in the 3rd fret. And the pinky all the way up to the 4th fret of the 2nd string. I'm really finding this uncomfortable. You can hear my clarity is not that good either. I don't like this chord. And I really haven't seen many guitarists do this. The only time I've really seen this was actually in a music exam, and I can't but help wonder if they're just trying to be fancy. Okay, now we're going to take you through the strumming pattern for the chorus. Again, read the words for the song. It's just really an awesome song, so I'm hoping you're enjoying this one as much as I am. Now the rhythm pattern stays the same. Watch out for the E flat to the F. It's really a quick change. You can see again, down, down, up, down, down. But enough talking. You know about this E flat to F story. Let's take it through together with the chorus. G, B flat, C, and then E flat and F. Share it. You're going to play through it twice, and then I'm going to show you a cool little twist when he goes hey hey, when he goes C or B flat to C in the 2nd and 3rd last lines. Okay, anyway, let's go. G, 2 and 3 and 4 and. And again. The VIP with the movie stars. And then watch this. Now for the B flat there to the C, I'm going to show you what I did, and I also altered the rhythm a bit there because I just felt like doing it. Okay, but the views over here are going to change, so you can see quite another cool way to change to C. Okay, now this comes from the bar chord B flat. There you can see the bar chord B flat for those that know it. And when you go B flat, B, there's my C. Now I like using my B flat like this, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Strings 5, 4, 3, 2. So I can do the same approach. B flat, C. So I can go. Or I can do this. And there's another way to play G. There's my F, F sharp, G. So what we're learning over here, I'm sharing with you, is that you need to be aware of there is often more than one way to play a chord. You can play F, F sharp, there's my G, there's my G, here's my G. I can play B flat, C, B flat, C. All different ways to do the same chords, and we call it different ways to play a chord, different voicings. And that ties us up for the chorus. The only part is a bridge part, but that's pretty easy. There's just E flat and B flat. We've done this. Keep your rhythm the same and you can't go wrong for Rockstar. If there's any questions, please drop me a WhatsApp. Watch for the offbeats, and I hope you enjoy the song. Have a good week. Cheers.